Good morning, guys. It's Micah from Sapulpa. Ah,
And Lucy with the city of Sapulpa.
I was, you could not have timed that worse. I mean, so we don't do voice exercises like Anchorman or anything
No.
before we go live, but I like jokingly told her like we need to do a voice exercise before we start, like with 5 seconds left in the countdown, and so she just let loose with like some kind of a like soprano type ballet screech. It was pretty good.
It was great. It was great. I warmed my voice up and cleared my throat.
Yeah. It was. I kind of wish you guys could have heard it because it was a treat for those who listen to the audio version of this. Which I'm realizing I gotta take that into account more because we do a lot of graphics and stuff because it's on the video. But I gotta remember that we got people that only listen to us.
Oh,
I don't know why. I guess it's the melodious sound of my nasally oaky accent. But anyway, thanks for that, Lou. So it's gonna be hot today. We were just talking about that. It's a nice morning, though, I felt like.
yeah, it was a really good morning.
And yeah, but get ready because that's going to be over for a little while. But I think we do have one more dip down into near freezing territory, and then I think we'll be done for the season. I personally think that. I don't know. I'm probably wrong.
Okay.
But I think it's this Friday or this weekend or something. It's going to dip back down to like 40 degrees on at some point
I did see that when I woke up this morning and found out that it was going to be 90 degrees.
today.
91, actually.
And what were you looking at like, oh Lord, when are they going to switch back down?
hmm
When is it?
This weekend. I don't know exactly what day, but I know this weekend
Okay,
is supposed to
because
be a
there's
little bit
three
colder.
days in this weekend. I gotta know which one it is.
I think it's Friday. It's supposed to be a little cooler on Friday, and then yeah, Friday night is supposed to be cool because there's
Okay.
a under the lights baseball tournament this weekend out at the youth sports complex.
Oh, there is.
And we were talking about
Are you guys playing?
no,
You're not?
mm-mm,
Okay. Neither are we.
no. I no, they don't even start until like 9 p.m. That's bedtime.
They don't start until 9? What are they
I think they
doing?
start I think they
They're
start.
playing until dawn the next day?
Yes, it's an overnight tournament. It's called Under the Lights.
That's dumb. Why would you do that? I mean, actually, it sounds kind of cool, but I've never heard of this before. Is this a common thing that they play late, super late at night? Are these kids or is this grown-ups?
It's kids. We did it when I was young.
Not when I was young, but I'm much older than you.
You are a
Um,
lot.
she did just have a birthday, so she's catching up. So happy birthday, by the way.
Thank
I
you.
don't think we made like an official show announcement on that. So, but you did this. So how long do these games usually go?
It just depends. It's a full-on tournament.
So it depends on how many teams you're playing, and you got to
hmm
work your way down the bracket, I guess, huh?
hmm
So what do you win if you get first place? Like a good night's sleep?
Well, you depends on the tournament. You could win a ring or a trophy, but then you get to go home and go to bed.
I would want to win like a pillow. That's what I would want to
Yeah.
win from that tournament right there. A pillow or a strong cup of coffee.
Yeah.
So that's cool though. That's not a Sapulpa youth baseball thing though, is it? Or is it? It is. Okay. Well, that's weird because I don't know any of the teams that are playing. Is it a bunch of our local teams?
I think so. I didn't look at it because I don't have one playing, but a friend of mine, her little boy's team is playing. And so we were talking about it, and I was like, "You're gonna freeze."
This friend of yours, are they on Hudson's team?
No, they're on a team we'll
Different team.
play against,
Okay.
but
Okay. Yeah. She is gonna freeze. And I mean I feel for him, but that's what you get for playing baseball in the dark. I mean, gosh. Okay, well, that's cool. That's not even one of the events that we're supposed to talk about today, but go do that if you want to be miserable. So, okay, other things that are going on though. So, uh, like half of the town is inaccessible right now because of the railroad tracks being
Mm.
blocked. So, you know what's going on there. What's going on?
Yeah, so the railroad has reached out to us. They are doing a major railroad tie um what did I call it?
Replacement or something?
Replacement. There
Is
you
that
go.
what it is?
I
Okay.
was going to call it a redo, but that wasn't right. And so they have started in Mounds and they're working their way through Sapulpa. They're actually a little bit ahead of schedule, so they weren't supposed to be in town until tomorrow. But much to all of our surprise, they were there this morning. And so these
They were
roller
there
crossing,
yesterday.
they were there yesterday.
Yeah. They pulled in like yesterday afternoon and blocked off the railroad tracks and
Oh
stuff.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I drove down that road.
Down Dewey?
Yeah.
Which road are you talking about?
You know what? I left the office and I went up Hobson that way, and then I came back Hobson that way.
Yeah, Hobson wasn't blocked yet. It's blocked this
Okay,
morning,
it
but
is blocked this morning.
yeah.
So, well, then they're extra early.
Yeah, they are.
So, they're supposed to only be like um a few, I say a few hours, like 8 to 10 hours on each area. But there is about 25 different crossings that they will be closing this week. And this will last all the way up until next Thursday.
Okay, so does that mean like so like for example, they're working on Dewey started yesterday
hmm
and working on Hobson and Dewey today. Does that mean that'll be open again within the next couple of days or
Yes.
next week?
No, they will open as they finish. They're opening them.
Okay. Okay, that's good. That's really good because you guys know Dewey Avenue being Route 66 and everything, and
hmm
this year it's like most important for Route 66 to be
Yeah.
open ever. So,
Yeah. So they sent us a bunch of legal descriptions. And so we actually had to go through, bless Tammy Golden. She has went through and actually identified all of those legal descriptions and where each of those pieces are. And so she's working on getting all of that together so that we can get it out. And like I said, we thought we had a couple more days. They just emailed us on Friday, I believe Friday. Monday. They emailed us on Monday. So we started working on that on Monday, and we will get that out as soon as we can get all the areas identified.
okay. Well, I think Sapulpa by now, you guys know how to have patience when it comes to road construction. I mean, we're pretty good at it. We've had a lot, a lot of practice at it, and so yeah, just stick it out, guys. It'll be fine. The only thing I don't like is when like there's no preparation time. There's no like you can't get ready for it, you know?
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden it's here.
Well, and that was the thing. They weren't going to be here until Thursday,
Yeah.
and it was not starting at Dewey based on the information that I had. So when I got the message this morning, I was like, "Hey, Dewey's closed." I was like, "What?" And again, I missed it completely yesterday, so I had no idea that it had even
Yeah, they
they'd
said it
even
yesterday.
came to town.
I will say, so on my way home from baseball practice yesterday, I forgot about the railroad crossing and started to come down Dewey. Because I do it a lot now because I really like the way it looks at night. It's gorgeous. And so they've got a sign that says road closed at railroad crossing up at Main Street,
hmm
where Dewey is there. And
hmm
so you can technically still turn on to Main, but this is like your warning. It's like it's going to be closed. And I last night I was being critical of it because I was like, why are they putting this way up here? It's all the way down there. Why is there a sign right here? And then this morning I was like, oh, well, that was smart. And the reason why is because one of these overhead wide load trucks, not overhead, but wide load trucks that had the big antenna,
hmm
came driving down that street, saw that sign, and like turned around. Like, oh, we're not taking our wide load semi down Route 66 now. So I was like,
Good.
okay, yeah, that makes sense now. That's
Yeah.
smart. So I'm glad they did that.
Perfect.
Sometimes they're smarter than I think they are. Not often. But so Elaine Roger just chimed in and asked, are they going to close Taft for the railroad? And I think we know the railroad over there underwent a pretty big overhaul. I don't
Yeah.
know, what was that, a year or two ago?
hmm
Uh,
Um,
Heard
I
of that?
I do not have that list yet.
Yeah.
So as soon as I get the list, I will get that to Micah, and we will get that on our Facebook, your Facebook, and we will send out a blast through our sepulpaok.gov app.
Okay. Um, I don't, I mean, just based off of how recent that work was done, I mean, if they do come down there, I can see them maybe doing it in order to fix
hmm
the barriers or something
hmm
that got torn out at the crossings. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So your guess is as good as ours.
Yeah.
The other thing that we're talking about before we get to I do want to talk about the greenery that's coming down here.
Okay.
But there's rumors going on that television show was being filmed over at Thumpers, which is the gas station at the corner of, not the corner, but the junction of 66 and 33,
Hmm.
and the Lowdown. And I'm hoping for an Ethan Hawke sighting in downtown Sapulpa. If it happens, that would be awesome. But yeah. So those of you who are familiar with the Lowdown, it's on FX and Hulu. I think it is the Sterling Hojo project. I think that's right. I haven't actually seen the show. Don't tell Ethan I said that. But anyway, if he shows up, it would be cool. So this is neat because I just finished writing a thing for the Chamber Guide yesterday about Sapulpa being on the silver screen
Okay.
because we are all the time getting either mentioned, they're filming stuff here. I mean, we're like the Tinsel town of Middle America. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
So, Lucy doesn't even know what show or who I'm talking about. She's not
No.
familiar. You don't know who Ethan Hawke is, probably.
I have heard that name, but I have no idea.
Okay. Well, like in the late 80s, early 90s, he was kind of a heartthrob and then became a more serious. He's a pretty good actor. I mean,
Hmm.
I don't know if he's ever like won an Academy Award or anything, but he's come close a couple times, I bet. So anyway, it would be cool to see him. That's all I'm saying. All right, moving on.
The bad part is if there was a sighting in downtown and it was by me, I would have no idea.
That's yeah, I'm not surprised. Um, and I don't mean that as like any kind of a detriment to you at all. It's just we have had this happen before. Very famous actors and actresses go walking through our downtown because they're shooting something in Tulsa or
Hmm.
Pawhuska, and nobody bothers them because we're so not used to seeing that here
Hmm.
that just not a big deal.
Hmm.
So who knows? Lou Ferrigno might have been walking around down here going to CTX or the Cookery or something while he was in town. And nobody said, oh, look, hey, there's the Hulk.
Hmm.
Okay, let's talk about plants, can we? So we're installing greenery
Hmm.
in Dewey Street. That's nice.
Yes.
I'm excited. And of course, the second that I put the post out about the new foliage getting installed, um, the first, second, third comment were, where are the petunias and are we going to have the petunias? And so I was asking Lucy about that, and she does have a little bit of information on that.
So the Superpetunias, they actually don't come out until like the end of April. And so we have had even sometimes closer to May, we've tried really hard to bring them out early, but it just doesn't work because it never fails. There's always that little bit of cold snap in the
Yep.
beginning of April. And they, from what I understand, they will not make it. So we did not bring them out early, but right now, the city of Sapulpa is working together to put together and finalize a RFP, which is a request for proposal. So we are going to put that out where we allow businesses to bid on the opportunity to be the caretaker and maintenance coordinator for downtown. That would include trash, cleanup, and all the plants. So that should be coming shortly. I don't have an exact date for you, but we do have to have it posted so many days before we can actually take bids on that. And so we're hoping to get that out very soon. And as soon as we have that posted, we will let everyone know.
Okay. I think like my goal there was just to clear up that yes, the petunias are coming back because we didn't have them last year because of the construction and stuff. But I think the plan was always to bring those back, right? The super petunias.
I think so. I think that honestly, that would depend on who won the bid and their capabilities to bring petunias.
Okay. And then some people I think will probably be wondering why we're not planting them in those big planters.
Hmm.
But my understanding is they're going to be going into the big baskets because we've got the new light poles that have these arms created just for that. They have irrigation and everything built into it. So
Hmm.
should be pretty nice.
Hmm.
They're going to be huge.
Yeah, so from what I understand, the planters and everything that's in downtown, those are I think I'm going to say the wrong thing, but they're perennials, so they come back every year. Is that correct? Or
I don't
are
know if Superpetunias are.
no, Superpetunias are
Oh, you
not.
mean
But what I'm saying,
like
what
the
they're
greenery and stuff
currently,
that's in
yes,
big
what they're
pots? Okay.
currently planting,
Yeah,
will come and go and basically die and come back alive.
that'd be
And
cool.
so that's kind of what is going in all of that. And then the super petunias, they always go in the baskets because we put them up, leave them up for the season, then we take them down. And then I know we've put them in planters before, and so it's a possibility that they could be added into some of that stuff, maybe. Um, I don't know.
Okay.
I just don't know what
But
that,
definitely the baskets. That's what
but
the baskets are for.
that's what the baskets are
Yeah.
for.
Okay. And you guys who remember a few years ago, you've seen them. Once the summer hits and they've been watered and well taken care of, then I mean they just get
Mhm.
huge and gorgeous. And yeah, I'm excited. I mean uh I'll be honest, like I'm worried about the trees downtown. Have you seen them?
Mm-mm.
They don't like some of them don't even look like they're budding. And so I'm wondering if maybe they got planted too late or something. So I don't know. Well, hopefully that's not the case, and maybe they're just a little bit of a late bloomer. But
I would say that, we had to wait for them to go dormant
yeah. Oh, okay.
before the
Maybe
nursery
coming
would
out of that
release
dormancy
them.
takes some time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right. Well, hopefully. Anyway.
it's just now like 3 days after the first day of spring, Micah.
I know.
Mhm.
I know.
Give
But
it some time. It needs some love. It's got to adapt. It's new ground. It's new dirt.
yeah,
It's gonna be great.
these trees are still getting used to their new home, I guess.
Yeah.
um, I just noticed it this morning. That's all I'm saying. Now, the trees that are on the corner seem to be budding their little
Hmm.
purple flowers, and so it was just the ones that are planted in the sidewalk there.
Hmm.
Which it was all a proper planting, it's proper irrigation and everything. It looks like it's probably going to be fine, and I'm just being like nervous about it for no reason. But okay, so that's the story on the plants. Let's talk about what we've got going on this weekend, shall we?
Sounds good.
Okay, so Lucy, are you going to be going to Creek County Speedway?
I don't know yet. I might.
Okay, you nodded your head as you said, I don't know.
Well, Adam
That
and I
makes
talked
me very
about it and we
confused.
want to go, but I just don't know because it's gonna be cold.
Oh yeah. That's true. It will be.
Yeah.
And the speedway, when they get going, they last a long time. How long does it usually take to get out of there when they're done?
It's late. It's always very, very
Are we
late.
talking like midnight late
Yes.
or okay? All right.
Yes. Maybe you might get out of there by 11, but not usually.
Not usually.
No.
Okay. Well, and I'm expecting that this weekend may not, it probably won't be as crazy as last weekend was.
No.
But Sapulpa, Widener, and Manford all get in for free
Hmm.
this Saturday. That's why I was asking, is because you'll get
Hmm.
in for free.
Yeah.
And so if you're from Sapulpa, Widener, or Manford, and you're like, hey, I just want to get out there and freeze my butt off a little bit before we hit the triple digits or whenever, that'll be.
Yeah, and there's like no shade really.
No?
And when the cars get going, they do have a little bit of wind. And so it just is a little cooler anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, do people bring their blankets or whatever and like snuggle up
Hmm.
there? All right. Could be a good date night. It'd have to be a particular kind of woman who would accept that as a date night, I would think.
Yeah,
You're probably one of those, though.
I am.
Yeah, I think you are. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's happening on Saturday, March 28th. You guys be sure to be looking for that. The next thing that we have got also happening, I did talk about this on Wednesday. I'm reminding everybody about it because it's the last weekend, and the show actually starts again for the weekend tomorrow. So go get your tickets for the Charitable Sisterhood of the Second Trinity Victory Church, which is a mouthful to say, but it's a lot of fun to watch. Tickets are $15 for adults and $5 for students pre-K through 18. And I don't know how we're doing on ticket sales. So certain days are probably sold out already. So go get them while you can now. They're available at sapulpatheater.org. And I did say it on Monday. I'll say it again. If you are a woman, especially, I think you're going to enjoy this show. And that is not knocking the guys. I'm a guy. I enjoyed it, but and I'm not saying that because it's like a sappy romantic kind of show or anything like that. It's not. It is just a very good, real, down to earth show about women who go through stuff. I guess I'll just put it that way. So, great show, worth the watch. Go check it out while you can. And then we've got auditions for the next show that are going to be happening the very next week, and I'll tell you more about that on Friday. Okay. So, the next thing, Bluebell Church, are you familiar with them?
I am.
Out at Highway 33.
Hmm.
They're undergoing something of a revival right now. They've got the Gospel Quartet Spoken For is out there from March 22nd through the 26th, which is tomorrow. And my understanding is I did go and listen to a little bit of their music before. And if you're a fan of like bluegrass gospel, I guess I would probably call it that. You're going to want to go check these guys out. I don't think it costs anything to go. It's a revival happening in the church and should be a good time. So be sure to go check that out as well. And then the other one, Lucy, are you familiar with Thundercake?
Yes.
Yeah, you know Thundercake, don't
Yes.
you? So have you heard about they're doing like a community event this weekend on human trafficking, and then they've got like a women's self-defense thing. So I'm thinking if you don't do the Free County Speedway, you might want to do the women's self-defense class.
Okay.
It's free. So the community event is on Friday, and it looks like that's from 5 or 6 to 7:30. I can't read it very well there. We'll put all this out in the email too, so get subscribed to that if you're not already. But then Saturday, the thing that so the Friday is more of an informative community event to talk about. They're called Skull Game Solutions. They're all about um, eradicating human trafficking, really, what it comes down to. And so that's more of an informational type thing, and you can learn about the mission of that organization and what they do. And then the women's free self-defense training class will be on Saturday, March 29th. And it's that morning. It's 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So you could do both. You could do
You
the
could.
women's self-defense, and then you could do the Creek County Speedway thing.
That sounds like a good weekend.
Yeah, it does. And, hopefully you won't have to put that self-defense to work at the Creek County Speedway. But at least you'll know it just in case. Um, and then the last thing, since we're talking about cars, I just found out about this morning. If I'd have known about this, I'd have been promoting it all
What is
over.
it?
It's Sunday is the Coffee and Cars at Route 66 at Gasoline Alley.
Well, that
So
sounds fun.
yeah, it's going to be a hoot. So Sunday, March 29th, 8 a.m. The some group called the Racers for Christ. They're doing a Route 66 road trip caravan, and they're going to be stopping over at Gasoline Alley. CTX is going to be out there with a cart. I think the fried pie lady that goes over there for all their
Hmm.
foods and stuff is also going to be out there. And so this is that they're doing like free drawings and stuff, and it doesn't cost anything to get in, I don't believe, which is awesome. I like free things.
Hmm.
So that'll be happening on Sunday. So something to do on Sunday morning as well.
All right.
Yep. Did anything else going on citywide that we need to know about?
I don't think so. Not right now.
Okay. We do have the cleanup day coming up soon.
We do have the cleanup day coming soon, and I said we had nothing coming up, but we have officially announced we will be opening the Rock Creek Centennial Park on April 10th at 10 a.m. So we invite the entire community to come out and celebrate with us. And then we will extend that weekend through the Kite Festival on the 11th.
Hey.
And then the following weekend, we will have the citywide dump day. So make sure you go pick up your vouchers, clean out your garages, your attics, I don't know, even your kitchen, and bring that all down and dump it off, and we will take care of it.
I am seeing that people are already stopping at the Route 66 park
Hmm.
to stop by. It's not even fully finished yet, but I think some people are just so excited to see it.
Yeah, I will say they have turned on some of the lights, and so in the evening there are a few lights that turn on, and it's definitely getting some attention.
Yeah, definitely. And it's only going to get more, I
Mhm.
think, as the weather continues to warm up and travel season really hits. And yeah, it's going to be great. So I'm excited for that. You said that was April 10th. Is that ribbon cutting for that?
Mhm.
Okay. It's going to be a lot of fun. We still got to figure out how to get a license plate on that pole.
Mhm.
I'm going to have to do that. We're going to do that after we get done with the show today. We'll find that out. So, all right, that is going to end it for us today, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the Time Loop Live on midweek event update episode that we do. And we'll see you again on Free Coffee Friday, where we talk about all things happening in the town that we love. Come and hang out with us on Friday morning, guys. We'll see you then. Meanwhile, check us back here at 9 o'clock. See you then. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye bye.